right, good morning, everyone. How are you? What a beautiful morning. If you don't know me, my name is Balpreet Graywell-Burke. I'm the Senior Vice President of Community Health at RWJ-Barnabas Health. So honored to welcome you here this morning to join us in this much anticipated moment. Today we are here to celebrate something extraordinary, to officially open the doors to Harvest, a farm-to-city center, a first-of-its-kind initiative that reflects what is possible when vision, partnership, and purpose come together. This is more than a ribbon cutting for us. It's a commitment to the people of the greater Newark region, to the health of our communities, and to the future where access to fresh, nutritious food is not a privilege, but it's a given. This project was made possible through critical funding support from the state of New Jersey, and we are deeply grateful for that investment in the health and vitality of this community. Before we go further, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the many leaders and partners who have joined us today. It's going to take a second. We're honored to welcome New Jersey Senate Majority Leader Teresa Ruiz, who's sitting in the front row. Thank you for being here, Senator. Dr. Raynard E. Washington, Commissioner of New Jersey Department of Health. Mayor Raz J. Baraka. Senator Renee C. Burgess. Assemblywoman Alexandra Calazos Gill, who should be here shortly. Commissioner Brendan Gill. Wayne Richardson, Essex County Commissioner at Large. Newark Council President Lawrence Crump. Evan Weiss, Chief Executive Officer, New Jersey Economic Development Authority, and former President of Newark Alliance. Thanks for being here, Evan. Tanya Smith-Jackson, Chancellor, Rutgers University, Newark, and all of our friends at Rutgers, thank you for being here. Hannah Morey, State Director for U.S. Senator Cory Booker. Michelle Lowe, Chief of Program Operations, New Jersey Department of Human Services. Melissa Moody from the Division of Family Development. Philip Casey, representing the Office of Assemblywoman Morales. Pastor Jefferson, good morning to you, our partner in Metropolitan Baptist Church. And Ketlin Ellsbrook, our teammate at the Newark Department of Health. We're also proud to recognize the members of the New Jersey Health Board and trustees Ken Rosen, who's here this morning, good morning. And of course, Frank Giantomasi, if you want to give a wave there, Frank, who also chairs the Newark Beth Board. Which brings me to our colleagues from the Beth, including President and CEO Daryl K. Terry, and Board Member Carrie Burson-Levine, good morning. And of course, this work would not be possible without our partners, to Urban Agriculture Cooperative. Thank you for your partnership, for your expertise, and your shared belief in what this can mean for Newark. We also want to extend a special thanks to our friends at Newark Alliance who have walked alongside us every step of the way. I'd like to shout out to our partners at Project Empty Space, a local arts organization, for commissioning Newark resident Diego Molina to create the beautiful mural you'll see once you walk inside Harvest, bringing local artistry and identity into a space in a meaningful way. Lastly, I want to take a moment to recognize the RWJ-Barnabas Health team behind the scenes who made today possible. To my community health team that's here today. And our new team at Harvest, thank you for your passion, for your persistence, for your deep commitment to the communities we serve every single day here in Newark and beyond. To our external affairs team, George Helmy, Chris James, Chris Lee, thank you for your tireless work and steadfast support in strengthening the partnership that makes our impact possible. To Steve Berry, Rico, Shella from our facilities management and planning team, your leadership and care brought this space to life. A big thank you to the construction crew at OA Peterson Construction Company. I believe the owner is here. I just saw him a minute ago. And a shout out to Courtney, Carrie, and Gardia. As many of you, yep, we can applaud for that. I can't do anything without those folks right there. As many of you have come to learn, at RWJ-Barnabas Health, we are committed to increasing and improving access to care across the communities we serve, especially here in Newark. We know that health does not begin or end in the doctor's office. When we go into communities, we listen. We truly listen. We consistently hear the same challenges across this state, and most frequently identified is access to healthy, affordable food. That's why we're making meaningful investments in initiatives like Harvest, because addressing the conditions that shape health is essential to building stronger, healthier communities. And here at Harvest, that commitment comes to life in a very real way. This center will not only provide access to fresh, healthy food, it will also serve as a gateway to care and critical resources. With a community health worker, a SNAP navigator, a registered dietitian embedded right here on site behind me, community members will be able to navigate healthcare options, connect to essential services, and receive nutrition counseling tailored to their individual needs and, of course, cultural preferences. Across our system, we have invested more than $151 million back into our communities, strengthening programs, building infrastructure, and supporting long-term health in ways that extend far beyond traditional care. But none of this happens alone. Perhaps, and the partnerships that we have is at the heart of everything we do. And Harvest is a powerful example of what can be achieved when healthcare, government, and community organizations and agriculture come together with a shared goal. Today marks an exciting milestone, but this, folks, is just the beginning. And with that said, I'd like to introduce our fearless leader, who has been instrumental in championing work across this entire system and this entire state. Someone whose vision and commitment continue to drive our mission forward. Please join me in welcoming our President and CEO, Mark Manigan.
Well, thank you, Valpreet. Terrific remarks, and thank you most of all for introducing everybody and shaving 10 minutes off my speech. I tell you, I'm incredibly proud to be with you here today. The work we do in Newark through our terrific community health team, the work we do at the Beth through our terrific team there, really the purest reflection of the system's values and mission that we're incredibly proud of. And today redefines what a health system can do and frankly should do in order to ensure the well-being of the people it serves. I can excuse someone for thinking of RWJ-Barnabas Health only when they're sick and injured. Obviously, that's our core business, core of what we do, and incidentally do really well. But our success in our measure is not only the number of patients we heal, but also the number of folks we keep from becoming patients in the first place. And Harvest is going to change how people can and should think about what to expect from a health system. Here, food, fresh, nutritious, locally grown food will become preventative medicine that will in turn go out to schools, food pantries, community partners, and others to help build healthier families. And Harvest is also about expanding economic opportunity, another cornerstone of total health. Through our partnership with the Urban Agriculture Cooperative, we are supporting urban and local farms by giving them access to more customers year-round. And for those looking to start a culinary career, but don't know where to start, the kitchens behind us is a place where one can launch a business and help feed a neighbor at the same time. But this is really about our commitment, Harvest, to this glorious city. RWJ-Barnabas Health is proud to be the leading healthcare provider to Newarkers, and we've been employing and taking care of folks in this community for 140 years, and we'll be doing it for the next 140 years. And we take seriously our historic role as the state's leading provider of care to the most vulnerable and historically underserved communities. But again, this commitment is more than just buildings in which we take care of the sick and injured. Every Newarker who can trace their path to healthier eating and better nutrition back to this building, back to Harvest, will be counted as a success. Every small business that takes root here, pun fully intended, it will be counted as a success, whether it be a local farmer or an aspiring chef. You know, more than 120 years ago, Thomas Edison, whose lab, incidentally, is about 5 miles, or was 5 miles from here, said the following: "The doctor of the future will no longer treat with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition." Well, we're not quite there yet, but we know that healthy eating is preventative medicine, and more than a little of that Thomas Edison spirit is found right here at Harvest. where we're not only inventing a new way to address and tackle food insecurity, but to create economic opportunity at the same time. To all our Newark partners, we're going to do much good together. I'm proud to be in this together with you. To our partners at the state level, Harvest Stands is a terrific example of how appropriations can be responsibly invested into our communities to tackle critical issues. I look forward to our continued work together to create a healthier, opportunity-filled Newark. And speaking of terrific partners, it's now my pleasure to turn things over to Mayor Ras Baraka.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're supposed to be a little happy here, you know, a little bit. So I just want to first thank, obviously, Val Preet, who's the brains behind all these things. No, and RWJ, and Beth Israel, how you doing, my brother? And all of our partners that are here today. It's no secret in Newark we have been trying to tackle food insecurity. Very recently, we've been dealing with trying to stand up our own opportunities to have low-cost grocery stores, to strengthen our food infrastructure, to be able to distribute more food to more families as efficiently and as effectively as possible. We know that at any moment in this country right now that your access to food can go from bad to worse in a matter of weeks. There's a person down at, in Pennsylvania Avenue who may decide to attack people's SNAP benefits again. And as a result of that, we'll be out here trying to figure out how to get people healthy food. Our access to food is already precarious enough. And so we need to stabilize our relationship to the food ecosystem here. And I want to applaud RWJ Barnabas for the work that they're doing in this area. It's incredible for us to have an opportunity to have an industrial kitchen, a place where we can produce food and get it to local farmers, local food distributors very quickly so they can get it out to families. It is also great to have an opportunity for small businesses, and hopefully more small businesses will use this facility when they don't have a brick and mortar to sell food or produce food and sell it, that they can come here and begin to incubate that in this property here. Helps us to grow economically at the same time. So this is multifaceted, it's innovative, it's creative, it is something that we need in the city of Newark, and prayerfully we can get multiple ones around the city. We can do this over and over and over again. Right across the street, we're gonna be trying to open up one of our low-cost grocery stores right diagonally to this place, which is gonna be incredible because they'll be able to get access to food from here to go right across the street there. So it is right on the money that this is happening. Thank you, RWJ Barnabas. Hopefully you have the funding to continue to do this over and over again. But we need to make sure that this is sustainable and that we can sustain this because it's something that we need in the city. God bless you. Thank you.
All right. County Executive Joe DiVincenzo is not able to join us this morning, but his Chief of Staff, Phil Elijah, is here. Phil is a great partner in everything we do in Essex County, so thank you for being here this morning. And we also have Councilwoman Everywhere Roundtree. Is that your nickname? Thanks for being here. I see the Councilwoman all across Newark and beyond. It's always a pleasure to have you in our company. It is now my pleasure to introduce a true champion for the city of Newark and for community health, someone who has been a strong advocate for the investments that make initiatives like this possible. Please join me in welcoming New Jersey Senate Majority Leader and my good friend, Leader Teresa Ruiz.
Good morning, everyone. Thank God I brought a coat. We picked the wrong spot. The sun is shining just literally 10 feet from here. Clearly, I think you've heard the same message over and over again. When we think about policy at the state level and accessibility, when I was first elected, we would think about the SNAP household and their accessibility to get to a supermarket. And in my geographic footprint, it was almost impossible until we started seeing the ShopRites and different accessibility points open. But in an effort prior to that, we started thinking a little bit differently. How can we connect families to not processed foods at the bodegas, where many of them were purchasing their full months portion of their food with their benefits, and linking up those bodegas with EDA, had a program for refrigeration with our farmers, allowing farmers to accept SNAP benefits at farmers markets all across the city, partnering up with leaders like Mayor Baraka and doing deliveries and bringing fresh produce, thinking about how our food trays in our school programs can better identify the Garden State as an agricultural center so that our children have one piece of fresh fruit and or vegetable on their plates, and really ingraining that on an education level. I taught my daughter all the time. I said to her, you will never be beautiful on the outside unless you are beautiful on the inside. And the same is true for your health. If in fact you put into your body clean foods, your outcomes, your expectations, your allergens, all of it becomes much better. But the truth is that eating healthy is extraordinarily expensive. So I don't eat meat, right? I think it would be easier for me to just purchase a piece of beef and then some starch, and then maybe you can make that grow. But when you spend your times in that produce section in any supermarket, your grocery bills, and particularly today, are extraordinary. So if you're making that dollar stretch, getting greens is gonna be the last thing on your, when you have to get diapers and hygiene products and pay the rent and PSE&G. So having this kind of cornerstone literally in the downtown corridor, bridging all these elements of the healthcare sector, the public sector, the nonprofit sector, benefits our communities. What I'm most excited about is the industrial kitchen that's here. I don't know all of you, but oftentimes when we get invited to any of our street festivals, you will always see some young entrepreneur with their table set up, selling some kind of goods that they're baking in their homes, and they're trying to get it out there. This will allow them to take their businesses to the next level. And what does that do? Then it allows that woman, because it's predominantly women who are selling these goods, it allows that woman to generate more economic returns into the household, take care of the woman, take care of the mother, take care of the family, take care of the community, take care of the neighborhood, and I can guarantee you that this country will be a better place. And that's what we're doing today. So thank you to Barnabas for your continued effort in showing community health as one of the forefront initiatives in making sure that our constituencies are healthy. To my mayor and my municipal colleagues and my commissioner of Department of Health here, recognizing that not one variable in the equation of success. It can't be on the public sector. It can't be on the private sector. It has to be a collective that moves the community forward. And as a member of the county executives team, remember, after you get your access to fresh and healthy foods, take a run in your local park. Stretch your legs. Do all of that. It is a pleasure to live and serve Newark. It is an honor to partner with all the individuals here. Valpreet, you really hit it out of the park today. It's an extraordinary space in one of my favorite streets in the Great Brick City. So thank you and congratulations to all.
Thank you, Senator Ruiz. I'm honored to introduce a leader dedicated to protecting the health and safety of residents across our state and to making good health possibilities for all New Jerseyans. Please join me in welcoming the Commissioner of New Jersey Department of Health, Dr. Raynard E. Washington.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know you guys feel that breeze, so I'm going to keep this very short. On behalf of Governor Sherrill and Lieutenant Governor Dale Caldwell, it's such a pleasure to be here with you all this morning on this wonderful, exciting occasion. I am so proud of the team at RWJ Barnabas because this center acknowledges the reality that you've already heard this morning, that food is in fact medicine and an essential part of our health. This center is an exciting opportunity for our food to get to this community in a very easy, accessible way, to bring healthy food to all of our residents. But most exciting to me is this reality that people will actually be able to learn how to cook and to prepare foods, how to garden. I was very excited to see some of those seedlings in the back to really bring opportunity to not just give folks a chance to be able to purchase food, but to be able to grow their own. So with that, I would just want to say congratulations to the team, Mark and the team. Certainly exciting to be here today and really appreciate it. I often say that communities are like gardens that grow people, and the conditions in communities either make it possible to be healthy or make it impossible to be healthy. And this center to me represents a seed, I think, in this garden that is the Newark community. And I'm so excited to be here to celebrate with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next, I'd like to welcome a leader whose vision and dedication have helped shape our system's comprehensive approach to addressing food insecurity. She leads this work with both strategy and heart, something I've known for a couple years now, and I'm very close to Barbara Mintz. Please join me in welcoming Barbara, Senior Vice President of Social Impact and Community Investment at RWJBarnabas Health.
Good morning, everyone. After years of creating a vision, it is truly incredible to stand up here today and see Harvest come to life. At RWJBarnabas Health, addressing food and nutrition insecurity has been a long-standing priority because the data is clear and the need is urgent. In New Jersey, over 1 million people are food insecure. More than 400,000 households rely on SNAP benefits, and 60% of those households include children. Harvest is a part of a strategy rooted in the understanding that food is fundamental to the health and well-being of communities. But it's not just about hunger. It's about opportunity. It's about economic stability of an individual and the community as a whole. It's about healthy food and health outcomes. Because we know that when people don't have consistent access to healthy food, the impact shows up in higher rates of diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. But it also affects one's daily life. It becomes much harder for children to focus on learning in school, for adults to stay productive at work, and for families to care about one another. But it's also about dignity. That's why our approach has been one to build a comprehensive, system-wide food security strategy, one that meets people where they are and supports them at every stage of their lives. Some of those examples include our Beth Greenhouse and Farmers Market right here in Newark, where we accept SNAP and WIC, the Sadie Vickers Community Garden in Toms River, our food pharmacies across the system, our SNAP navigators embedded in every hospital and community we serve, our meal recovery efforts that through our Share My Meals program in each of our hospitals, and our farm to pantry programs through our partnership with Common Market and other local farmers, and now Harvest. And none of this work is possible without the people who grow this food that sustain us right here in the Garden State. Our agriculture and farm partners, Fairgrown, who put together the floral arrangements you see around here today, Greater Newark Conservancy, and City Green, to name only a few. We are all deeply grateful for all of you. Your dedication ensures the fresh, healthy food reaches our communities year-round. And of course, to our incredible partners at Urban Agriculture Cooperative, thank you for your partnership and your unwavering commitment to this city. And I certainly would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our friends in the state government who work alongside us. Mark Dinglassen, my friend, Executive Director of the New Jersey Office of the Food Security Advocate, who couldn't be with us here today, but whose partnership and leadership have been crucial in advancing these efforts to fight food insecurity in the state. And our great partners at the State Department of Human Services Division of Family Development, who have paved the way for us to be the only health system in the state to place SNAP navigators in all of our hospitals and their local communities, ensuring that more families and individuals can access the resources that they need. Our food as medicine efforts have been growing steadily for nearly 2 decades now, from the launch of our Kids Fit in 2007 to our Beth Greenhouse in 2016, 10 years ago today this month, to where we stand here today. Harvest represents the next chapter in that journey. This space is designed to do something truly unique. It connects local farmers to wholesale markets, while also serving as a hub for distributing fresh food to our food pharmacies, our community partners, while providing evidence-based nutrition education. It also creates a space for food entrepreneurs and small businesses to grow through commercial kitchens and shared resources, and it will strengthen the entire regional food system, bringing together health, agriculture, and economic opportunity under one roof, while keeping fresh, healthy, New Jersey-grown food here in our state, where it belongs. So before I close, I just want to thank my incredible teams who brought Harvest to life. Our Harvest team, led by Anthony Capisi, and my Social Impact and Food is Medicine teams, whose passion, persistence, and belief in this mission made today possible. This work matters. It matters today and for future generations. Because when people have access to healthy food, they have a stronger foundation for everything: health, stability, and opportunity. So as we expressed, we are proud to do this work in partnership, and there is no better partner than Urban Agriculture Cooperative. So that said, please join me in welcoming their Executive Director and my good friend, Amelia Panache.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, Newark. Welcome to Harvest, our new home. So we've been waiting for this space for a long time, and now that we're here, we're going to celebrate today and this week with open houses all week. And we're also going to, of course, be reminded of all the challenges that we face in the world, environmentally, socially, and many of them are right here in Newark, right? Which you heard so much about food access and all of those challenges that we're just going to level up and continue to work on from Harvest. So this comes at a time when our local food system, our growers, our small businesses and consumers here in Newark and across New Jersey have become a really strong ecosystem. In my 15 years in this ecosystem, I can sincerely say that all of us, are more experienced and better equipped with the tools and resources than any point that I've seen. And certainly this facility behind us is going to give us more tools and more resources than we've ever had before to meet these challenges. And I'm really excited that we're finally going to have dietitians, kitchens, food distribution, farmers, all in one space, a true food hub. Before anything else, I think the youngest speaker here, I'm going to give some history, a little bit of community history on this. And I just to say, I want to honor two people who have been doing this work for quite a while, because a lot of this didn't start with Harvest, right? So, and there's so many community organizations and advocates and folks here today who know that. But bringing healthy food to this city has gone on for years, and this is just another chapter in that. The first one is Barbara, who you just heard from, Barbara Mintz. Give it up for Barbara, everybody. Barbara, your years of guidance and leadership led RWJ to seed investments in multiple ways: greenhouses, farmers markets, food procurement, wellness pantries, community health workers, the food pharmacies we work with, and also in urban farmers and food system workers like myself. Once again, this is why I think today is more than just RWJ putting its name on this and lending its resources. It's also a long-term commitment that they've made. Barbara, your career has been all about healthy food in Newark, and we've learned so much from you. And so just wanted to make sure people know that this is not just starting today with Barbara and her team. Thanks so much. And the other person, and I don't know where she is, but is Lorraine Gibbons. And a lot of you guys may know Lorraine Gibbons. And there she is. Can you stand up for a second, Lorraine? So Lorraine is one of the no-nos of urban farming here in Newark. One of, there's many. And just wanted to give thanks to Lorraine as well, as so many other community organizations have benefited from Lorraine's knowledge. So Lorraine was an early urban farmer here in Newark, using hydroponics and raised beds in a commercially viable small farm in the central and south wards, and operating a robust farm stand while employing and educating folks. Lorraine shaped all of our food system knowledge, and she correctly identified that urban gardens and small farms are great, but our city also needs more. We need distribution, trucking, refrigeration, processing, packing, food enterprises, B2B services like Harvest can provide. And has it been a real push and coming together from folks in Lorraine's camp and folks in Barbara's camp. We have the grassroots and the corporate world coming together here at Harvest, and I think providing the necessary infrastructure and the necessary ideas and solutions for the future. So thanks again, Lorraine, for all your leadership these years. So yeah, please. And so now, for farmers and makers, and one of our farmers called me this morning, by the way, and wanted to talk about what to grow for this year. And I said, I'm kind of busy now, but we'll talk later. But he does that every year, and several of our farmers do that. And I said, grow a lot, because we're going to have a lot of need here and a lot of more distribution out of this place. But we'll talk later today. But yeah, so farmers, makers, small enterprises, food pantries, culinary programs, food educators, dietitians, health coaches, food policy folks, and any community member that's seeking food sovereignty. This is a place for all of us. So this is our facility. It's a place we can share, and we're going to need everything we have here and everything in that farm ecosystem that I spoke about to meet the challenges of Newark and of the state as a whole. So on behalf of my board and staff, who did a phenomenal job with this, let's get to work.
Really excited, Urban Ag brings that connection to over 30 farms throughout the state of New Jersey from top to bottom. They also have apprenticeship programs, so we're really excited about building that pipeline of workforce development, getting access to fresh, healthy food, helping create economic opportunity for our farmers. People can incubate right in our kitchen, and then we're working to build some of these institutional connections to help open the door for someone to go into a Whole Foods, to get into maybe corner stores around town. If a culinarian wants to open a new restaurant or concept, we want to help them, we want to meet them where they're at and help them grow.